Hey everybody, Kyle Goethe from GoatFilmReviews.com and the Goat Film Reviews YouTube channel, and I've got my quick thoughts, my first reaction to the new film Anatomy of a Fall. I've been hearing some great things coming out of the different festivals for this. I believe this thing won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, and I was pretty excited to check it out. When I was hearing, it was kind of a lengthy courtroom drama in a lot of ways. That really that works for me pretty well because I'm a big fan of courtroom dramas. Um, and I quite like this movie. I think I'm actually a little bit lower on it than most of the excitement around. I'm pretty sure this film is going to be in the conversation for Best Picture at the Academy Awards, and I liked it. I thought it was quite an above average courtroom thriller. What I appreciated about it is that it went step by step through the process, and especially not being an American made film, we got to see a different legal process, which I always find very interesting. I thought about that with Argentina 1985 last year. That was kind of a film that, you know, political thriller, courtroom drama from another, again, completely different and Argentinian perspective. Whereas this one is, a German woman living in France. And it's interesting because, yeah, like there was the three different languages that are being bandied around because they used English as like the mediator, which I think is always kind of funny. Everybody except Americans knows like two or three languages, and Americans are like, well, we only learn the English. Um, so what I found pretty interesting about the film, though, is that it breaks it down. We get the film follows this woman who's accused of potentially killing her husband when he falls out of the top window of their home. They've got a very kind of interesting split level design, so he falls pretty far to his death. We get that initial fall in the first 10 minutes, and then we get the police procedural, and then we get the building evidence, and then we get the courtroom part, and all of this kind of weaved into the familial drama of this woman who's now not entirely sure that her own son believes her. Her son, who is partly blind, mostly blind, um, doesn't know what to believe really at this point. He wants to believe he wants to believe that his mother is not the person who did this, but they do a fantastic job. I think it's Justine Triet. I think I'm saying her name right. Directed the film, and she kind of puts this emphasis on constantly making us doubt and redoubt our earlier doubts. In that they set up, this new evidence that says, oh, such and such, this proves that she did it, and then they hit you with the gut punch 10 minutes later and show you that no, maybe she didn't. No, this doesn't prove anything. And then 10 more minutes pass, and 10 more minutes pass, and as the film goes on, you're constantly wondering if you have the answer. And I'll say this about it: you don't get all the answers that you want. Um, but that's kind of part of life when it comes to these things. Is even after a courtroom case, most people don't have 100% proof one way or the other. Um, that's just the nature of the beast, and I think that's what's really telling here is that the drama part of it comes out of the unknowing and kind of out of the uncertainty of whether or not we get all the answers we need. And it's a fascinating film. The performances were nice. It has a really weird kind of I guess motif of 50 Cent's PIMP, which I did not expect to see in a Best Picture frontrunner. But there you have it. And the song plays a lot in the film. So like if you know PIMP from 50 Cent, it's just like da, 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 da. And it's keep coming up the entire film. I thought that was pretty funny. I also am not sure, maybe I'm an idiot when it comes to scores, but the kid is playing on the piano. He's playing a musical piece frequently throughout the film. Am I crazy, or was that the score to the 2008 film Mirrors that he was playing? I don't know what I'm saying exactly, but it seemed to me like he was playing the score to Mirrors, unless the score to Mirrors is based on something classical that I have no idea about. Anywho, just really odd to me. But anyway, the film was so layered with a unique flavor to it. It's kind of like flavor text cards on collectible card games. Just that little bit of emphasis on something that isn't from my world always interests me. I call these kind of movies shoe movies. This one maybe less so than other ones, but I mean, it is a film about another culture, and those things tend to drag me in quite a bit because I want to understand another culture more. I want to learn more about the differences and the things that bring us together and the things that keep us apart. I find movies about other cultures, about other races, about other genders, about other sexual orientations. I find all those things fascinating because as a straight white male, I'm not a lot of the people that are are kind of burdened. So that's always been my interest. You know, I grew up watching a lot of movies with people that looked like me, and it's really great to see a film from, across the water, see a German French courtroom thriller. I found that very exciting. I really like the actor that played the her defense attorney. I didn't catch his name, but I thought he was fantastic in the film. He's got a very distinct look to him, and he kind of looked like he was about to go mad at any point. And I really liked his kind of like quiet chaos. But overall, I liked quite a bit about this film. Like I said, it's probably not going to be in my top 10 of the year, but I enjoyed the film quite a bit. And yeah, I definitely recommend you check out Anatomy of a Fall when it hits theaters near you. Thank you guys for joining me for this quick reaction to Anatomy of a Fall. Let me know your thoughts on the film down below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. There are 2 free things you can do that help to support the channel immensely, and you never miss new episodes of the show as they drop. Also, check out goatfilmreviews.com for my many written reviews. Check out Goat Film Reviews on Facebook. You can find me personally at Almighty Goatman on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, and Threads. And you can also find my other show, Kyle and Nick on Film, that I co-host with Nick Plotachuk from the St. Paul Filmcast. It's a different channel, so you can find the link to that down in the description next to all the other links I just mentioned. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.